Men create habits. Habits create futures. The number one behavior that generates success in any area of your life is discipline. You need to face certain pains to build the life you want. Not everything will be easy. You need to face these pains, and then you'll look at the scar and say, it was worth it to achieve this. It was worth it to do this fight. Discipline and talent. A guy with talent and no discipline can't do anything. A guy with 100% discipline and zero talent can do whatever he wants. No one can stop you from working hard. No one can stop you from working hard. That's why people who are tenacious, who don't give up, do much better than people who are talented. What is discipline? It's giving up an immediate benefit for a future benefit. That's discipline. But people don't do it. They don't give up an immediate pleasure for a future benefit. It's people who are used to temporary satisfaction, because we tend to forget what motivated us to look for it. If you keep looking for ready satisfaction, you'll end up addicted to drugs, because it's the only thing that gives immediate satisfaction. When you depend only on motivation to do things, you become a slave to your emotional state. If I'm good, I do a lot of things. If I'm bad, I don't do anything. That's not how it works. It's discipline. You have to keep doing it for a long time, regardless of whether you're good or not. People usually have the wrong idea that success is a result of talent. When you imagine that Messi, for example, naturally has that gift, you often forget the tens of thousands of hours he spends training, practicing, so that he can be a good player. When you imagine that Steve Jobs naturally has the talent for business, you forget the number of failures he had, the number of attempts he had to make mistakes, learn and do again, so that he could succeed. What happens is that talent without effort is nothing more than potential wasted. It's facing the truth, what you really want for your life. What do you want for yourself? What do you want for your life? Absolutely everything starts with a vision of the future. Absolutely everything starts with a vision of the future. If you can't visualize an attractive future for you, there is no future. You don't need more motivation. You need more discipline. Discipline, focus, determination. That's what will lead you to success. You choose one thing and you repeat it. That's what you predetermined to do. It has to be discipline. Do an action, adjust your thinking, redo that action. Realize what you did, recognize your victory, make it an attitude in habit. Habit becomes success. Forget about Tom, forget that someone was touched by something. Stop reducing the effort people make. Problems are not resources, it's your mentality, where you put your strength, your personal power. Success is not the result of innate talent. Success is the result of courage, of the ability of the person to wake up every day and be delighted with what he does and stay motivated to keep doing it. Secondly, it's the ability that the person has to catch, fall, get up, learn from this fall, and try again in a better way. Either you're in charge or you're being commanded. You're in charge of money, you're being commanded by it. You're in charge of your ideas, you're being commanded by someone's ideas. Or you're in charge of time, tasks, you're being commanded by them. Discipline is the name of the game. It's not motivation. Motivation can even be good for you to start, but for you to continue, which is what wins the game, you have to have discipline. Repetition generates perfection. You get where you want with discipline. For you to become good at something, it takes at least 10 years to work on that. It's effort. It's effort. It's effort. It's effort. It's effort. Take an attitude. That attitude changes your thinking. And when it changes your thinking, it changes who you are. Man, do what you have to do. Be aware that if you're still not good at something, it's because you haven't realized it enough. You need to understand once and for all that less is more. You need to focus on a few things and on the things that are most important to you. What do you really want? What will actually promote change in your life? You need to be focused on that. So first, stop thinking, how do I do it because I don't have the talent? You have it, you haven't discovered it yet. But while you don't discover it, go with the strength, go with the disposition, go with the determination, go with the determination to make it work. You're much bigger and stronger, can you imagine? A disciplined guy does what he wants, no matter how less talented he is, whatever he wants. So, discipline is everything in life. Nothing beats the discipline of doing the same thing every day. Discipline develops stability, and if you practice, if you persevere, if you don't give up, keep fighting and learning with each fall, you will certainly have a much greater probability of success. Because action is not just thinking, everything depends on your action.